MrsFancy.com, bringing you the latest weekly update of our hoarder house renovation. Today I want to talk to you about the floors. So exciting news, we have 1/3 of the house floored, so it took a long time, but we got there. Kind of early on in the stages when we were picking out flooring for this house, I knew we wanted something a little bit thicker, a little bit more sturdy than in our last house. We did kind of a 3/8 inch engineered hardwood, and it worked really well, but Jake just didn't feel like it was beefy enough. So when we were shopping around for our hardwood this time, I knew I was going for something thicker. And I also knew I kind of wanted to do like a light wood, kind of a Scandinavian look. So the first one that really struck me was this flooring from Floor & Decor. It's a wide plank, as you can tell, an oak wire brushed finish with kind of like a white gray wash over it. So what I really like about this flooring is it gives you like the wide plank effect, but it's actually not the price of a wide plank because there are different sizes here, as you can tell. Different pieces of wood are put together. You can hear my cat meowing to go outside. Another thing we liked about this wood is it kind of has a very rustic look without going too far. So there are quite a few variations in the grain, and there's a lot of mattiness involved, but it doesn't look too rustic because the whitewash kind of gives it a uniformity. And another reason why that's good is because usually like grade A lumber, like the really like uniform grain, is a lot more expensive. So this is definitely not grade A, so it was definitely better in our price range. We definitely feel like it was a good price, but to be fair, when we put it down, there was a little bit of variation in it, so Jake had to fuss around a little bit to try to get those seams tight. So, you know, that's something to look out for when you're getting budget flooring. Just know that it may not fit together as perfectly as you'd like. But we bought 5 truckloads of it, which is pretty crazy. So we're about 1/3 of the way done on this side of the house, and then we still have the other side to do once we are all ready for the kitchen remodel.
You're good.
So last week we talked about the kitchen wall, how because of our plumbing that sticks out of the wall here, we had to build it out a little bit so that we could kind of cover it. So as you can see, Jake has added framing here, so now we have a thicker wall. It really won't impact the look at all, just it allows us to hide our plumbing and not do any cabinet hacking. So that's set, ready to go. We got our quote this week for the kitchen cabinet, so it's very exciting. We're happy with it. We're gonna go forward with the one we showed you in the last video. It's just finalizing some last details, exactly what types of cabinets we want, where, that kind of thing. If you wanna know more, check out my cabinet posts on the layout on the blog. And then next up, we'll just be figuring out where all the electrical needs to go. We need to add a lot of outlets, move some electrical, and then add a lot of lighting, because a lot of our lights were lost when we kind of removed the bulkhead from the kitchen. So that's up next, but it may take a little bit longer than we anticipated. Last week, Jake sliced his thumb, so it's not pretty. He's gonna recover well, we hope, but he has to actually have minor hand surgery to remove a little bit of metal out of it. So he's gonna be out for a few days, so hopefully we'll be back at it soon though, and we'll keep you guys updated. So yeah, that's what's going on in the kitchen, and stay tuned. If you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.